So most people, they think because the dog is doing this. And then the dog changes because the closer you get, the more tense you become. You know?
Yeah.
The dog's shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, are they that
And welcome back to Impaulsive, the #1 podcast in the world. Thank you guys for listening, watching, viewing, subscribing. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. We've got a lot of things going on. The Challenger Games were just announced July 27th. Tickets are on sale. Biggest entertainers in the world are going to be racing at a track and field event. We're going to see who's the fastest, give a bunch of money to charity. It's going to be fucking sick. Link in description. I'll see you there. It's going to be live stream with the donation link. Let's raise a lot of money. What's good? How y'all feeling? I'm feeling good today.
Yeah.
I'm in a striped shirt.
Yeah.
I was just going to say,
great.
where'd you get that shirt?
It's like a mix between a long sleeve and a short sleeve. It's kind of like a medium sleeve.
Oh, it's like normally my biceps show, but not in this one. Just hugs them real nice. But I feel like a virgin.
I
mature.
donated that
It's
shirt to Goodwill in like
You
6th
did?
grade.
That
I'm
makes
pretty
sense.
sure you went and grabbed it.
Why did I wear stripes? What adult man wears stripes?
It's
That's
why am
pretty
I
cool.
bro?
Are you
Stripes
sure?
are exciting.
But these ones are thick.
yeah,
know,
but it's an
horizontal stripes
assortment of
too.
stripes.
You think so?
Yeah, it's good.
all right.
Yo, earlier today, I in reference to the Challenger Games, I asked if I could be a part of it.
Oh,
And I would consider myself to be I'm on the #1 podcast in the world. I'm, in far as entertainers go, I'm up at the top.
yeah, okay, yeah. Yes. But like, I don't know. I was kind of reserving the spots for some of the A-list. No offense, the A-list influencers.
Okay,
and
so
creators
one of
and
the hosts,
celebrities.
hosts of the biggest
Interesting.
podcast in the entire world is not an A-list celebrity.
Well, that's not what I'm saying.
Like I already have a spin-off show. Like,
Yeah.
what's good, bro? Like this is happening really quick. Another quick note on today's style. I'm wearing hair today, boys.
Yeah.
No hat.
Oh.
Yep. Got a little fro going, got out of the shower. And here's what I said. I think as you gain more and more clout and viewership and stuff, a lot of you really start to just say, fuck it, dude. Like, this is who I am. If you don't like me, my dick is always available. All right, for you to just straight suck. All right, dude. So I don't know how else to put
Interesting.
it, dude.
I like that. Hey, yeah, no, I get that though. Because I dress like a homeless man often because I'm not worried about impressing people. Who am I trying to impress?
No.
Even when I'm trying to impress people, I think, here's my theory, by dressing down and playing it super low key, it's cool and you impress them more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you impress them with who you are.
Yeah, if you come in with the suit and tie, like in some situations it's classy, but some situations like who's this D-bag?
Like, there are a few people, like business owners and people that just drive around in like the old 5 Series Beamer from like 2002.
Yeah.
They just rock it, the convertible, and they pull up and people are like, yo, this motherfucker's vintage.
Yeah, vintage.
This dude is vintage.
Vintage is cool.
Yeah.
But well, let me ask you something though. But is vintage cool?
Yeah,
Is it cool?
I mean, yeah,
I
it
remember
is.
back in
Like-
Ohio, vintage was cool, but here in LA, I see a vintage car and it just doesn't have the same effect on me when I see like a
definitely-
2019 Huracan, a Lamborghini Huracan.
Yeah, you're probably more in the new money category.
Yeah,
Yeah,
new money. And
okay.
also, like, think a lot of these people in the Udacons, they pull up, they're just,
What?
what's good?
Oh, you got me a new
Oh,
shirt?
are we trying to?
It's fucked up on camera?
Moray, it's called.
I can't believe this. They're giving me a new shirt. They're giving me a Maverick shirt.
Maybe just here.
They're really just,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this on set?
No, just rock.
Take it off, baby. Ow!
How's this work?
Take it
off. That con. But yeah, while I get naked, speak on new money because I think that's me. I fall in under the
Yeah.
new money category.
Yeah. Well, I think there's, vintage is cool until you hop out with Crocs. You know what I'm saying?
I saw a kid doing parkour recently in Crocs. Crocs are making a
All right,
comeback.
that's
They are making a
yeah, but
comeback.
he can't do parkour in Crocs.
No, I'll show you. He did at the Apple store. He jumped down the stairs and did backflips in Crocs. Has anyone seen this?
That was CGI.
It
Yeah, I
wasn't
was just gonna
CGI.
say, who's to say? You know what? This could be like one of those 2-dimensional people that you were talking about meeting on one
Yeah.
of the previous episodes.
Yeah.
when you
Brother.
first meet the person.
Did you see him right after you did psychedelics?
Yeah, what's going on? Did you do an acid?
It's funny because like there was a point where I definitely ran the show, but now I just get bullied and trumped by my co-host.
He said bullied.
I'm from Ohio. bullied.
But think about all these dudes just hopping out of that old money BMW. They got rock and roll play, some Greta Van Sloot playing.
Greta Van Fleet.
Vanagran Fleeps.
They're popping.
Hey, shout out Greta Van Fleet.
Yeah, they're popping.
Yeah, I want to
We need
get
have
them on. Yeah, they're
100%.
awesome. All right, but should we introduce our guest today?
Oh yeah,
I think it makes sense.
Named after my favorite salad.
Woo! Today's guest, guys, in case you haven't noticed, this indeed is a dog household. We got Ginger the Giant, we got Broly Blue, we got Rhea, and rest in peace, Young Dougie, King Kong, the Savage Palm. So it's a pleasure to welcome TV legend. It's the dog whisperer, Cesar Millan.
Yeah. What's up?
There he is.
What up, my guy?
There
What
it
up?
is.
What's up, guys?
Let's go.
The young pack. I like
Let's
that.
go.
I like that. The young pack.
I think we all grew up watching you, man.
Yeah, man.
This is
whispering to dogs, all sorts of them.
Yep.
People. I rehabilitate dogs and train people.
Oh, is that what you say?
That's what I do. That's what I do.
You rehabilitate dogs and train people.
And train people, yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. So,
humans need to understand what kind of energy to use to connect, communicate, have relationship with dogs.
but is that energy inherent or can it be taught? Because some people suck. We talk about this sometimes.
Yeah, some people have the wrong energy, but at the same time, you have to understand that they came from an environment and parents who created that energy. So as a kid, you want to have the best energy in the world, right? Calm, confident, love, and joy. You don't want to have tension, insecurity, no love, no joy in life. So at one point in life, you learn not to have that perfect energy, but you're born with the perfect energy.
So Cesar, is that what makes you so special? Are you some sort of magical being? Because you do have this contagious energy. I'm not even kidding. When you walked on set, maybe it was the LSD lights, but when you walked on set, I was like, oh,
You know, I grew up with a grandpa. I'm from a farm, and my grandpa always say, never work against Mother Nature. Always gain their trust, always gain their respect. They're going to give you a beautiful gift called loyalty. So I grew up with that, moral code. Trust, respect, love. So it's all the old way of being, like make sure you're good to animals, make sure you're good to Mother Nature, make sure you're good to women, make sure you're good to God. So I grew up hearing that. So I just hold on to a different frame of mind. That's all.
I've always adopted that, but I've always wondered, when you're thrown into the Pacific Ocean and you're staring down a great white, how does that apply?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't grow up in the beach, so I don't know.
No, he doesn't know.
I grew up in a farm. They throw me around bulls and stuff like that.
But you do fly occasionally, right, over the Pacific?
Yeah.
There's a chance you could end up face to face with a great white shark.
Well, let's
right?
put this in an analogy he's going to understand,
Okay,
and that
sure.
he may have.
Yeah, we may have gone
Yeah.
off track. I'm sorry.
What are you doing with sharks anyway?
I don't know, man. It's just it's a fear.
Spencer's trying to save the ocean.
Oh, I see. Oh, good.
I'm sure you've been face to face with some sort of rabid, monstrous animal, right? Some sort of like
Human?
just massive beast, like a giant pit bull or something.
Yeah, but it's not the breed. You know what I mean? It's not the breed that becomes aggressive. I mean, they're powerful.
Pit bulls just was like an arbitrary breed. Like you could do like any sort of mastiff, and it's
aggression.
Do you believe in bad dogs?
No.
Like if a dog is staring at you in the face and growling and barking and wants to rip your head off, how do you
But
handle
the fact that the dog is growling at you is telling you he doesn't want to hurt you.
He's like, get away from me so I don't have to hurt you.
So your job is to interpret what he's really feeling, not what you're hearing.
Okay.
So a lot of the dogs when they're growling is like they're warning you because they're scared of your presence. So they go. So if you move the wrong way,
I locked eyes with him the whole time on purpose.
if you move the wrong way, that's when you make the brain move forward. But if you stay there calm, confident, the brain starts doing the.
I think the confidently part that you bring up is the part that a lot of people have trouble with because most people aren't trained to deal with that situation as well as you, and people get very scared.
Yeah.
Like when Ginger, who is just a big ball of fluff,
You saw
she's like
her,
a
yeah.
walking marshmallow with
Tibetan
teeth,
mastiff.
right?
Yeah.
When she comes up and she starts growling at people get scared. I know better.
They're
I know
terrified.
she's just a ball of fluff. You know what I'm saying? So I just manhandle her. But what's the right situation? And like,
Well,
what's
don't
the right
manhandle her.
play?
It better bring some kind of sense so she doesn't. So her nose brings it to you. You know,
Okay.
in the show I always say no touch, no talk, no eye contact. So most Americans, where they see a dog, they go hey. So for a dog like Ginger, that's going to be very overwhelming.
Yep.
You know, for a dog like Ginger, if you do your hand forward, that's going to be terrifying because this is more eyes than their nose. So what you want to bring from the dog is the nose of a dog. 60% of the brain is controlled by the nose, not the eyes, not the ears. So the dog can be blind and deaf, and he can still bring you home. Wow. It's the nose that brings you home. It's the nose that finds money. It's the nose that finds drugs. It's the nose that finds people. It's not the eyes. It's not the ears.
So scent-wise, what should we be bringing? Flowers?
Well, your
or-
scent should be strong enough, but most people talk, you know. So when I go to people's home, I just don't talk, and then it's my scent do the talk.
So what about turning your back to if you come across a vicious dog or a dog who's unfamiliar to you? You turn your back and let him.
You turn
sniff
your back
and-
to an insecure dog.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, like a horse. So a horse is a flight animal. So a horse, if you come forward like you come to a dog, he's going to run away. But if you turn your back, he move towards you.
Oh,
It's a flight animal versus a predator. You see it? So
I'm curious. You said that you let your smell do the talking. Do
Yeah.
you like lather yourself up with some bacon or something? Like before
if the dog is super insecure, yes. If the dog is super insecure, I will actually put like horse poop or something like that. That is like super.
That's
City
dedication.
dogs have never smelled a horse poop.
Right.
Yeah.
So so you bring a horse poop. It's like
Yeah.
the best thing in the world.
You'll put horse poop on yourself?
On my shoes.
Oh, on your shoes, not like your face.
Listen,
and stuff.
most city dogs, they have bacon already, they have cheese already, they have peanut butter already, but they relate it to insecurity. You understand?
Got it.
So normal dogs, like happy-go-lucky, you don't have to put anything on it. Like very confident dogs, you don't have to put anything on it. It's the insecure dogs that you have to bring different scent so their nose comes to you.
So look, we kind of skipped ahead. We kind of jumped right into it,
ahead.
but you do have a really, really interesting story I want to talk about. Because it wasn't always easy for you. It was the classic rags to riches story, I think.
New money.
New money, exactly.
New money.
When you came to America, I heard someone who didn't know how to speak English? Is that
I
true?
jumped the border.
Okay.
Yes. It took me 2 weeks to actually achieve my dream. I saw your dream in your gym. And so I had a different, things to write. I wanted to be the best dog trainer in the world. I was 13 when I said that.
You were
right?
13 when you wanted to be
13.
the best dog trainer in the world?
Right. So I thought that was the profession that I wanted to be.
Yeah.
Right. So I became a human trainer. But I grew up watching Lassie and Rin Tin Tin. So Lassie and Rin Tin Tin are from America. So I thought that every single dog in America was just like Lassie and Rin Tin Tin. So I said, when I grew up, I'm going to go to America, learn from the best, and come back and open my dog training facility in Mexico. And so, it took me many, many years for me to go to America. My father gave me his life saving, $100. And so I used that money to cross the border.
$100.
Yeah. They don't pay by the hour over there.
And then what do you do after you cross the border?
I became homeless. I grew up, I live under a freeway. And so I started, understanding 7-Eleven, AM, PM, and you get two hot dogs for 99 cents. So in America, you got to make $1 to eat 2 hot dogs, and then you invest in the big gulp and you refill as many times.
You're talking about
you know what I mean?
Talking about the roller dogs, the dogs in the little rollers.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people hate on those dogs, but
I was homeless.
they're not bad.
I love them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're
And
not
I only have
bad.
to make
the
$1.
taquitos.
The taquitos.
Did you ever do the taquitos?
I know you don't eat that shit anymore, but like, those
they
are
were good.
classic treats.
Yeah, it kept me alive. It kept me, it's about surviving. It's about surviving. It's about
Sustenance.
coming to America and checking on the street, be street smart. And then the first sentence I learned is, do you have application for work? That's the first one I learned.
Do you have application for work?
Do you have application for work?
And
And
then
I'm a
how'd
working type of dog, you know what I mean? Yeah.
And what was your first job? Probably not a dog
No,
trainer.
washing cars, which is normally, back in the pack you get, back washing cars, washing dishes and stuff like that. So that's what you get as a back of the pack, but if you're born leader of the pack, and then you're going to take it to the top.
So I saw somewhere that you did live under this bridge, and then now you own a mountain, which is
That's another dream.
yeah,
you know what I mean?
and you made it happen. And so
Yeah.
what was the flip or the catalyst that your life started to turn around instead of being?
Well, I became the Mexican guy who can walk a pack of dogs in Inglewood in South Central. So that's how all the NBA got to know me, and the NFL and Hollywood and all those people, and say, it's a Mexican guy who walks pit bulls, Rottweilers, and German Shepherds off leash. So I was walking 40, 60 dogs off leash. I didn't know it was illegal in America to walk dogs off leash. I know it was illegal, but I didn't know walking dogs off leash was illegal. So, but that became like the word of mouth. It's a guy in South Central in Inglewood that walks a pack of dogs. So that's how I became known. And then the LA Times, got a hold of it, and they did a piece, 3 days piece. And then I say, they say, hey, what would you like to do next? It seems like, Nicolas Cage is here, Ben Diesel is here. And so what would you like to do next? I would like to have a TV show or a radio show, because I wanted to teach what I know. So they put it down in the newspaper. The newspaper came on a Sunday. Monday, line of producers were outside. That's when that's when the whole thing of TV was happening. Yeah.
Nice.
Really? It was that one article that made everything happen?
Well, it's not the article. It's how you wish for things.
Manifest.
Manifest.
Did you
the power
manifest
of
when
intention.
you were younger?
Everything.
Did you write it down? Or
Not that one.
what
That
did it
happened
look like to
later.
you?
So then the mountain happened later after I met Runyon Canyon. I love Runyon Canyon. So I love to bring people there, because that's the most social place you can bring to a
So
dog.
many
You're
dogs,
walking.
too.
But you're walking.
Yeah.
So it's different from a dog park. The Runyon Canyon is a dog park where you're in the moving.
Yeah.
So it's motion going on. So the dog passes by many different dogs. It becomes more social than if you just put them in a dog park. It's just more Chuck E. Cheese. You know what I mean? So dog parks are not the ideal social environment because most people bring dogs without exercise. So those dogs are frustrated going into a dog park. Yeah, so more dog fights happen at a dog park than underground.
I have a strange fact. These two know it. I used to run a camp for dogs.
Oh my God, that's
For about
right.
5 years back in Greenwich, Connecticut. We used to work
Yeah,
with
you
all
got
the
that accent, yeah.
super wealthy dogs.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
these people would pay like $800 to $1,000 a week
Yeah.
to send to these dogs. And I would drive and I would pick up 13 to 15 dogs at a time in a big ass Suburban. I got
Yeah.
pictures of this shit. The dogs
Yeah.
are all just like I would take pictures from the back of it and they'd all just be looking out the back. But and then somebody else would come and drop off 15 more, and I would be watching 30 dogs,
Yeah,
pit
yeah.
bulls,
pack,
golden
a pack.
retrievers, just a big old pack of dogs. And the biggest part of my day was trying to like not get them to fight.
Yeah.
And also like trying not to step in shit. Like those were the two biggest like parts of my
I
day.
love this
but
about Mike.
it was crazy.
You've done a lot
And-
of things.
And I created a relationship with Harper, the Bernese Mountain Dog, like all these like little dogs. Like I have all these friends.
Yeah.
And I barely was even talking to any humans at this point. I would
Right.
just spend all my time with dogs and life
Was
was
this after the
amazing.
drugs?
Yeah. Thank God, dude. Can
Hey,
you
but what an
imagine?
awesome way to rehabilitate
It
yourself.
was incredible.
Oh,
It was
that's the
incredible. I
best.
mean, dogs
Animals.
are incredible medicine. I tell people that all the time. Yeah.
So it's exercise, discipline, affection. You know, dog activities, you have to do exercise, you have to do discipline, you have to do affection. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is what you do to have a job. You have to have structure. You have to have rules, boundaries, limitations, and accomplish something, right? So your mind accomplish something. So most people in America do affection, affection, affection. So they don't do exercise, discipline, affection. That's what they will hire somebody like you
Right.
because they're not doing the exercise and the discipline. They're only doing the affection.
Yeah, these people just wanted to go to work. It was they raise their kids like this a little bit out there too. Like they just want to go to work and then come back and then there their kids are again. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want to deal with all the shit. So they have someone come, they want to have a dog, but they don't want to take care of it.
Sometimes they don't know. Sometimes they don't know what the needs are, you know,
Yeah.
and that's why I do the educational aspect. You know, it's important for me to make sure that humans who never had a dog or they have a dog to understand how simple it is to raise a dog or to fulfill the needs of a dog because homeless people have dogs. So the fact that homeless people have dogs, that just shows you don't need money to have a dog. But the homeless do a good job on walking them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I have a question about, once you really got put on by the media,
Yeah.
was there a process of you coming across the border that you had to go through some challenges or like legal rights or, I don't know your specific story.
Well, because I cross illegally, there is a legal process you have to go through. But you just go through the whole immigration thing, and you get your green card, you get your permanent resident, and then you become a citizen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it takes 10 years to become a citizen, and you have to really follow the rules, the boundaries, the limitations, and pay whatever thing they ask you to pay.
Yeah.
Have you been?
But I pay a lot of
continuing-
taxes now. They want me here.
I'm an American citizen.
Yeah, I'm a pack leader now.
Have you been continuing to watch the situation at the border, and do you have any thoughts on kind of how things are going down there? There was a picture that released a couple days ago as we're filming this episode of a father and daughter who had drowned trying to cross the
No,
border.
that happened a lot, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
I saw a few people dying on my way over here.
What are your thoughts on kind of the
Listen,
the
what we
situation right
need,
now?
I can tell you from an immigrant point of view, what we need is opportunities, what we need is education. So if there's not opportunities, give us education. So somebody have to, like you guys have an amazing opportunity to share just good knowledge. Because now, through social media, people can learn anything from far away. So it's just the fact that the third world countries don't have access to education. Not only medical and government help, just the education aspect can make a lot of people. Not a lot of people, have the opportunity to have parents who encourage them to do the right thing or to do whatever they want. In my case, my mom, supported my dream of being the best doctor in the world, and so a lot of kids don't have that opportunity. So eventually they see that everybody around them is dying out of hunger. The starvation happen. That's what makes them third world country. There's lack of everything. So education would be ideal. Nobody was going to jump. Nobody's going to move.
Yeah.
And,
So this is a conversation you're having with the countries that the people are fleeing. You want the education system to improve there.
I mean, we spend a lot of money on crap that we don't really need to spend a lot
Sure,
of money.
sure.
For example, in my world, I work with a lot of rescues, and America spends a lot of money in euthanizing dogs a year. 5
you
million
know how
dogs die
much?
every year. Well, it takes $100 per dog to be euthanized. So, and we euthanize 5 million a year, cats and dogs. 72 hours. So if you surrender your dog to the shelter, they have to hold it for 72 hours in case that you change your mind. So those 72 hours, that's right. At the time they end up, with the 72 hours, $100 already being spent per dog. So there's 5 million dogs a year being euthanized. Let's say it's 1 million. So
it's somewhere between 100 and 500 million dollars a year.
So that's being used to that. You know what I mean?
But
and that's taxpayer money, by the way.
Yeah.
what do we? What's the solution there?
Spay neuter campaign. Spay neuter campaign ASAP. It's like one child per person in China.
Okay,
It's like,
two actually.
Okay, so now.
Which, by the way, hey, we talked about this once. How do they enforce that? If you accidentally get pregnant with a third child, you have to.
What, in China?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they just come pick it up and stuff. Just bring it.
Yeah.
I
wouldn't put anything past them.
No, but
right.
seriously, say you accidentally get pregnant with a third child.
I think you can bring like a family member that can adopt it from you, so
Okay.
you don't have to. You know what I mean? It's always spiritual resources.
Yeah, I mean, they're also harvesting body organs there. So I don't know.
true.
Like, I don't know exactly what's going on.
But that's why we need education, so nobody does crap.
True.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Very true.
And one of the big leaders on spay and neuter, Bob Barker from Price is Right.
Yeah.
Is
neuter.
that
Oh,
still?
really?
Oh yeah, dude. If you were a kid sick at home in the 90s, you were watching Price is Right. You were watching people play Plinko and spinning that wheel, and you always remember Bob Barker. Make sure you have your pets spayed and neutered. That's right.
No.
It was his biggest every single episode. It was his big. Imagine that being your one champion cause in life was to get people to cut their dog's balls off. But very important, so, as you can tell, $500 million.
Well, I mean, it's very important if you want to see it from an economy point of view, but you want to see it from a spirituality, or you don't want to kill somebody that you love so much. I mean, for humans, dogs represent unconditional love, man, best friend, and yet we're not doing that by the fact that we are allowing people to breed and breed and breed and breed and breed.
It's interesting how we, in the United States, on social media in particular, there's these videos that go viral from, some Asian countries and of dogs being killed,
That's right.
but we're euthanizing 5
million,
million
my
per
friend.
year. So it's
That's
like,
right.
why don't we look at
Wait,
ourselves?
wait.
Yeah.
Aren't most
Think about it.
euthanizations for some sort of practical reason, like the dog is old, the dog is
No. It's perfectly fine dogs. We can go to any shelter if you want, and we can show you. I can show you where the guys who are going to die in the next hours, and they have nothing wrong with them.
Damn. Really?
So if you like your mastiff, if any dog, any pit bull exhibit a little bit of shyness, or any German Shepherd or any Rottweiler behaves a little bit unsure,
They'll just kill them off?
because they come across aggressive. So now those dogs are dangerous to human. But the thing is, the human have to know how to be with insecure humans and insecure dogs.
Yeah.
You understand? They're timid, so you have to learn how to help them gain self-esteem. That's why I rehabilitate dogs, train people.
Okay.
Is there legislation that's moving?
Nope.
Because in California, there's no dog shelters, right? Or what's the
Shelters.
Kill
No
shelters?
kill shelters.
But California, no, there is still in places in California that is kill shelter.
Or it's
And
breeding,
what
right?
exactly is a kill shelter? Just to hold
dog
dogs that are about to
72 hours later, will die.
euthanized.
That's right.
Okay. Wow.
That's right.
Wow.
I think one of the bigger
Like a
things
camp.
I think one of the bigger things that California and some other states are doing too is leading a charge on puppy mills.
That's what it
And
was.
so that's really starting to
It's not allowed anymore.
It's not allowed anymore, right? So that's one of the things that my mother in Connecticut is actually going in front of the state Congress, has gone a couple times now to fight against puppy mills in Connecticut.
Really?
Yeah. My mom is
Shout out Mrs. Malak.
obsessed with dogs and horses. Those are the only two, literally her favorite two things in the world. And so she goes in front of the state legislature to get them to follow in California's footsteps against puppy mills. And so puppy mills are, backyards or warehouses where people just breed dogs.
In cage, the dogs are just in cages. Everything they do in their lives is in a cage, and they breed, they eat, they have their puppies. Everything is theirs. That's why they develop psychological problems, neurological problems.
It's horrible.
Yeah, they're in cage. They don't even go for a walk.
So when one adopts a dog, is it a dog that is about to be euthanized? Is it a dog that maybe is in a puppy mill? And the reason that the question stems from adopting versus buying. Adopting versus going to a breeder.
Rescue.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, adopting's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're pushing most people to rescue, right? And to not, is that one of your, what's
You can
your?
do 1-on-1.
Okay.
To me, it's about you being a great human being. Obviously, you can help a dog that is from a shelter, and then if you have some kind of desire, you never had a German Shepherd in your life, you always
want
dream about
one,
it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to take that away from you.
I'm with you on that. I go back and forth on that too. I think there's a lot of push to rescue dogs. Always rescue.
Yeah, for sure.
But a dog in a lot of ways it still should be something that you really want. Like if you have a desire and you want a Mastiff, a Tibetan Mastiff, and you can't find it at the rescue. Should you not get
There is a Tibetan Mastiff rescue coming up because they're so powerful.
wow.
Yeah. Anything that is popular will become some type of rescue.
Okay.
You understand? Like the Dalmatian, like the Chihuahuas, like the Pit Bulls, and all the breeds that become popular, people want that. Like the Portuguese water dog, when Obama had it, everybody wanted a Portuguese water dog. But they're water dogs. They're hunting dogs. They like to work. So most people don't have the time to challenge that breed. So when you get a purebred dog, this is the advantage of a mixed dog and a purebred dog. The advantage of a dog, just not having a breed, they just don't have to deal with the breed. When they're born with a breed, it's almost like you're born with a degree. Mm-hmm. You understand? So you're already an architect. You're already a lawyer. You're already an engineer. You understand? So a Labrador, you don't have to tell him how to be a Labrador.
Right.
A Vishlad, you don't have to tell them. But if you bring any of the breed that is hunting dog or any working dog, and you don't give them enough challenge, they're gonna develop anxiety because their brain is not challenged. Versus a mutt is just a dog. That's why a lot of Americans, when they go to Baja, they always rescue a Baja dog.
Yeah.
And they're so happy about it.
Did Steve-O do that? Was Steve-O's dog,
where did Steve-O get his
a
dog
Baja
from?
dog?
I can't remember what country it was from.
Might have been
Steve-O from
Jamaica.
Jackass went to some other country and found a stray that he fell in love with.
Yeah.
And that dog spends every minute. I mean, he is one of the best trained dogs.
In
jumps
Peru.
on his lap in Peru.
There's a dog in Peru, yeah.
You can rescue him from anywhere.
I went to an animal shelter here in LA, and we were looking at dogs, and 95% of them were pit bulls with their ears cut off.
Yes, sir.
And it was sad almost, because what is it about pit bulls? I think I know the answer, but what is it about pit bulls that lends them to going to an animal shelter so much?
Well, in the beginning, people love them, right? And then they end up fearing them, right? Because when they're puppies, everybody's cute. But once they become adolescent, and that adolescent dog doesn't have rules, bounds, limitations.
Yeah, no puppies.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. Everybody, sends away an adolescent dog or an adult dog. Nobody sends a puppy into the shelter because they're cute. Yeah, but that was a pit bull since the moment he was born. It's just when he became adolescent, the human didn't know how to challenge the body, how to keep the mind, with structure, so he knows how to be social and he knows how to be kind to people and other dogs. So then they come across too powerful, and then they start hearing the story. Pit bulls have a jaw. People have a locking jaw. They're killers and da da da.
Do they have a lockjaw?
No.
Mike says they do. Mike keeps saying they do.
I want to question it. And I was going there actually. It's funny. I think people are wrong to bully that breed and say that they are more aggressive or more anything. We have a pit bull that lives at this house, and it's the sweetest
powerful.
dog in the house.
They're powerful.
But I don't think there's a way to deny that they are very powerful.
Yeah.
So it's almost like one of those things where, not saying it will go wrong, but if it does go wrong, we got a big fucking problem. Are they more powerful than any other breed?
Well, a Chihuahua is like a Fiat, and a Pit Bull is like a big old bus.
Right.
So anything without brakes is going to hurt somebody.
Yeah, I guess I'd rather get hit by a Fiat than a bus, I guess is what
I know, but it's not the Pit Bull fault that the human who end up with him had no idea.
100% get it. And I'm not advocating towards anything against pit bulls. I'm just trying to understand and just better understand like their power versus other dogs.
Rottweilers are powerful.
Yes, yes.
Mastiffs are powerful.
Yeah.
Petey from the Little Rascals. I don't know if you guys remember. What's a pit bull?
Of course.
With the eye,
Yes.
right?
So can a pit bull be an actor? Yes, it can be an actor. It depends on what hands they end up. The role model. Everybody loves. One of my dogs, Daddy, used to belong to Redman.
Yeah.
And he's super. The biggest pit bull you ever seen in your life. Head like this.
How much you weigh?
He was like 80 pounds, but the head was like 30. It's like literally like a crocodile head, Biggest heart in the world. That dog knew exactly what to do with humans and dogs and everything. You don't have to do anything.
How does this happen? What went extremely wrong or right here that the pit bull is
They
this
grow
big.
that big.
175-pound pit bull. His name's Hulk.
They just keep mixing, keep mixing sizes. Yeah. It's like the Chihuahua. How do you end up from a wolf to a Chihuahua? You know what I mean? That I think that's more difficult to achieve a smaller size than a larger size.
And is this achieved through like there's a
just
mutation? There's a mutation once, and then you breed.
Just
Okay,
like your
Just like
dog
your
gender.
the best weed. It's the same way.
It's the same
It's
way.
the same way.
I mean,
the same way.
Damn.
That just shows you how humans can be brilliant when they put their mind to something, but we have to put our mind into spay neuter so we can stop certain things. I mean, obviously that just shows you the human can be brilliant if he wants to.
Yeah.
What did Daddy in particular mean to you? And I heard that was a tough loss.
He was with me for the first 16 years of my life. So I really needed someone who remind me home, who remind me my grandpa, who remind me, my culture, where I'm from, what I'm about. And Daddy was, natural, simple, profound, trust, respect, love, honesty, integrity, loyalty, exercise, discipline, affection. Like my grandpa,
all those things.
My grandpa.
Did you
know
find
what
him
I'm
in
saying?
South Central?
No, Daddy belonged to Redman.
Okay.
Yeah. You know who Redman is.
Yeah.
Rapper,
Yeah.
Okay. Where did you find him? Was in California? I'm assuming?
Red?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I met him through Tony, and so Tony became a client. Then he introduced me to many, many other clients, including Jada Pinkett Smith. Shout out to my girl.
Yeah.
And that's the girl who actually paid a teacher so I can learn English, by the way.
Really?
Oh, really?
That's
So
awesome.
You always find some human that is an angel on earth.
Yeah. Shout out Jada.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And the Smith.
So when did you become the dog whisperer? When did that happen? Because that was, a staple of all of our childhoods.
Yeah, I became the dog whisperer after the LA Times.
Okay.
Because they were calling me the Mexican guy who can walk up like a dog, but I was too racist for television. Mexican guy.
There's the
But that's
Mexican guy
that's
walking
that's
dogs
a black guy.
again.
That's a white guy. In LA, it's like, you are a color.
Well, and back when was that?
What?
When did that happen? All that.
Shit, long time ago.
2004.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like back then you could be a Mexican guy or a white guy.
Yeah, and I have
You're just not.
my
You
head
can't
was
be.
shaved.
Yeah, you can't be those things.
And I got
now.
Rottweilers and Pit Bulls and German Shepherds because those were the breed in the hood.
Yeah.
Nobody has a Labrador in the hood. Everybody has Rottweiler, Pit Bull, German Shepherd. So I started walking dogs, and I said, I charge you $10 per dog. And I used to do volume. So for 8 hours, I will walk your dog for $10.
Really?
Yeah, man,
That's a
because I didn't have
great deal.
papers.
That's a phenomenal
Yeah, I didn't have
deal.
papers. So I have to gain the trust, the respect, and the love of the American people, so they can trust me. 'Cause
Just-
it's
just-
why is this guy knocking on my door? There was no dog walkers back in the days when I started. So, I would knock on people's door and say, "Ma'am, can I walk your dog?" It's like, what's wrong with you? Some people.
Why do you wanna walk
Some
my
people
dog?
feel my heart, and some people just they distrust. Total distrust. It's like, well, he might want to fight my dog or take my dog away or something like
Yeah.
that. I don't know what they were thinking, but some ladies did. So thanks to those ladies, thank you very much. I forgot your names, but they gave me a chance to become the dog walker and the Mexican guy who walks up like a
Mexican
dog.
guy. So $10 for 8 hours. Just so people watching this know, the last walks I did in Connecticut before I left were $25 for 20 minutes.
Wow, see?
Yep.
That's what happened when you're American. You can charge
Yeah,
all the
$25
dollars.
for 20 minutes.
Now I don't charge $10.
Yeah.
All right, let me make that clear.
Yep.
You fuck with cats?
Yeah.
you
I
do
have
like
emus. I have horses. I have pigs.
Fuck with
Are
cats.
you an animal whisperer?
Yeah.
Not just dogs?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
It's all animals. I'm a farm boy, so on a farm you connect with all of them: chickens, goats.
You have that ranch now.
I have that ranch, the mountain, the
That
dog
I-
psychology
I
center.
believe Ginger and Broly.
43 acres.
Went
I have my own dog
there.
park.
You have your own dog park.
Yeah.
And then, am I correct? Ginger and Broly went to your
Not yet.
Not yet?
No.
Where did they go? Adriana?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, I got to send them to you next. What do you do there?
You had to come in order for you to see. We have a
would love
tempo. I mean, we definitely focus on helping people.
Yeah, toss him on up.
Yeah.
See
What do you think of this? What do you think of
Look at
this?
his voice.
I love his energy. His energy is cool. It's definitely.
Any idea what
Trust.
kind of dog he is?
I really like more the energy than the breed part of it. You know what I mean? Like I really. follow him.
By the way, he loves him. Like he walked in and Broly just like keeps licking his face.
Yeah.
He just met him. Broly, don't go near that side, buddy.
No,
buddy.
he might do it.
That's good.
He's been jumping lately.
This is like a cat. What the hell you do?
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, if he I mean, at one point he can just.
His name's
over here.
Broly, and
Broly.
recently we nicknamed him to Roly Poly Broly because he's
So
thick
fat.
and large and rotund, and he won't stop eating.
He's gotten skinnier though. I think he actually got bigger.
Just make sure us always has a waist, so that way he stays healthy.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
want
he's a good dog when he's not pooping all over my house. So let me ask you something: is that my
He's like a
my
cat.
fault?
What, the structure? Yeah.
No, that he's pooping all over my house.
Yeah.
Well, you have to know when you feed him, and then after 5 to 30 minutes later, after he eats, and then he has the bowel movement, and you're done.
But why
you have
is
to
it-
train like he's a marathoner or like an astronaut?
Without getting too descriptive, it's like a cow patty. It's like if someone just put a thing of whipped cream and went.
Yeah, have you ever gotten froyo on one of those like machines?
Yep.
It's kind of
Yeah,
like that.
That's what kind. Like he's pooping like that.
White or brown rice, right? Should help with that. Maybe a little rice in his diet to
Just
firm up.
a little
firm
bit,
up.
just a little bit, but they're more like meat type.
I'm worried about him, Cesar. I'm worried about him.
Yeah. What would you say he's blended with? Like Australian Shepherd?
Yeah, I mean your classic husky feeling, 2 blue eyes.
Yeah.
But also the cattle dogs have the blue eyes. So
He also has a large level of flop. You ever met a dog that had a little bit too much flop?
Like no bone structure.
Yeah, it's almost like like when you make Jello.
Yeah.
You made Jello and turned it into a dog, basically.
yeah, but if you don't exercise it, they're not going to develop muscle.
Like look at
Why?
it's just
Why are dogs perfect love machines? What is it about the
number
sentiment?
one, because they don't, like you guys were talking about earlier about he's trying to hold
spazzing, dude.
himself. They don't really care about money, fame, and power. You know what I mean? They just care about how you feel inside, your spirit, your heart, your instincts, and your mind. That's pretty much it. So that's what they say. They love you unconditionally. So it's not what you do for a living; it's what energy that you project. So in the animal world, your currency is energy. So as long as you have good energy, animals will be okay with you.
and that's what you have. It seems like.
But that's why I teach. I teach, energy that they can trust, respect, and love, because that's what gives you the off leash. So an animal or a dog by nature shouldn't wear a leash, right? Because they don't born wanting to have a leash. But in America, it's a leash law. So you have to respect the man law, but you also have to respect, Mother Nature law, and Mother Nature law is off leash. So how can a dog follow a human off leash? Because he trusts, respect, and love.
You have any experience with wire-haired fox terriers?
I don't care about the breed.
At all.
No, to me,
I
they're all
don't, know,
dogs.
I don't know exactly how to respond to that.
No, yeah,
Because it's such
kinda
a
just-
straightforward
it's-
question.
yeah,
It
just
really
like-
just throw.
he doesn't-
The only reason I ask is because this is my dog, Finny.
Bro, this dog, Mike won't shut up about this
It's a
dog.
wire-haired fox terrier. We've got her and her brother.
Every time we see a wired-haired fox terrier, Mike will hop out of the car. We'll be going 30 miles an hour. He'll jump out of
So
the car.
he's a fan. He's a fan.
I mean, they're back in Connecticut. I never see them,
Yeah.
And so when I see one here, I just,
Okay.
I get all
So it's home, it's
sentimental.
home.
Yeah,
Their snouts are too
Yeah.
long for me. They make me uncomfortable.
So this dog has been winning Westminster just over and over. Not my dog, of course.
But the breed, you mean the breed?
Yeah, the breed.
The breed, yeah.
My dog can't win anything. She just doesn't do anything. She just goes up to the glass door and just stands there and
Yeah.
looks out. But anyways, sorry about that.
As far as dogs have been bred throughout history,
Yeah.
to be and act a certain way,
Yeah.
like Ginger, for example, and the guy I bought her from told me this. She is a protector.
Yeah.
She barks at everyone in the yard. She'll at night bark at like the trees just to make sure nothing's happening. If someone opens my door, she'll growl and charge them, like even my roommates. Since that is ingrained in her personality, what is there some sort of unwiring I need to do?
Yeah, of course.
'Cause
Of course. It's just you guys have to spend the time in order for her, just in the first 2 weeks, just to recognize her pack. Okay, just to recognize her pack. And you can leave the ability to guard, you know what I'm saying? Meaning she's not going to trust everybody outside her pack. But the pack have to follow the same thing in order for them to recognize, okay, everybody here is part of my pack. So they're not going to growl. They're going to smell and recognize right away. Versus if a dog doesn't recognize your smell, that means your scent has not been part of her identity yet.
So should we be hugging the people that come into the house
No.
or something?
Now, are those people permanent or those
They're
people
pool
temporary?
cleaners and
No,
that
we
kind
just
of
Oh yeah,
stuff.
those are
people
permanent.
going
Those are
in
gonna
and
be, so because those people are going to be coming more than 3 months.
So just
Yeah,
hit him with
yeah.
a little a little hug or introduce
It's just
him.
in the beginning because she is like more timid type. In the beginning, she's going to take a little longer. Just to spend like 5 minutes at a time with the person and let her calm, smell, finish, and then she walks away. That's all she have to do. Just calm, smell the person, give a little like, I agree with you, and then she walks away. What that means is, I smelled you, I trust you, you can come in.
Okay.
Don't let him touch, don't let him give a cookie. She doesn't care. She's not going to take it. You understand? She's not going to take it. So if you offer it and she doesn't take it,
So she's almost like the bouncer at our nightclub.
Pretty much. They don't trust anybody.
Yeah. So you got to come up, explain who you are, why you're there. You try to slip them a 20. They're like, yo,
I can show you how I did it. I can show you how I did it, how I met her.
That'd be
You
cool.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then you just repeat the same format, the same pattern. Yeah, don't change the pattern because otherwise it's become very challenging for her to master one.
I have a question. This one might blow your mind a little bit. When you play fetch with the dog,
Yeah.
do you think the dog loves going to get the ball?
Yes.
Or do you think the dog thinks that you love throwing the ball?
They love prey drive,
Prey drive.
chase stuff. Yeah.
they want
They're
chase.
predators.
So they're doing it selfishly. They're getting the ball and bringing it to you
But they
selfishly.
found happy-go-lucky time with that. So the dog have to follow, play, explore. So by you throwing the ball, that means that the mind can engage into play. So a dog play wrestling. They like to wrestle.
Yeah.
They like to grab things and pull it, and rip things apart. Or they like to chase things. So in this case, the prey drive was exchanged for toys.
Okay, prey drive is called, and Broly.
You are
he's
dangerous.
He's gonna fall, dude.
Yeah.
He's gonna fall.
So how would you place it down? What would you do?
Place him on the ground.
That's very. Wait.
No, stop.
Yeah. So
You're
that you
hurting
scared
him.
the shit out of him.
Okay,
He hates you.
What could I have done better?
Well, let
Should I
me
put
do
him,
it.
should I put him back?
Put him on the
Let
table.
me do it.
Here, watch and learn, Michael.
Yeah. You moved to New York.
You moved to New York, he said.
Yeah, facts. So give him a little pet.
Well, you have to introduce your hands because you just went like it's
Fact, that's a fact.
Oh.
Yeah. This is pretty much what people do at the vet's office. You gotta grab.
Oh,
So he doesn't
so calm.
freak out. And then you present it so you can also.
Wow.
That was incredible.
That was
Gentle.
smooth.
Be gentle.
Cesar, I gotta tell you, man,
Yeah.
that was great. But in the time that you did that, I sent 14 emails,
Yeah,
responded
same.
to 16
I got no time
text
for
messages.
that,
I don't have time
Cesar.
for that shit,
No
dude.
time.
I need
But
that
then-
dog off the damn desk.
Then that's the difference. I take my time to make sure I don't lose the trust.
I know.
And
I'm
you want to know how much dog shit is in his room?
Zero.
Zero.
My place is like
He
Germany.
tells his dogs.
Structure.
Yeah, he tells his dogs where to shit, how much to shit,
what time
and
to
they
Well,
do
that's
it.
why
And
sometimes
what
I
time.
think Broly is urinating and pooping intentionally. And what's worse,
Of course.
everyone in the house knows this. My floors are wooden, and there's like a 2-degree angle. So he'll pee, big pile of pee, and it just slips
Yeah.
down the floor about 10 feet.
Words
and
cascade.
then it'll go under a sculpture I have in my room. So now at 3 a.m., I'm picking up a 50-pound horse head and moving it to the side and wiping the bottom of it, and it's just a disaster.
Well, I noticed some of the attention shifted from Broly into Ginger, and I walked out of my room one time to a nice little steamy pile, and I told Logan, you remember, I was like, that, my friend, is a spite shit.
Yeah.
That I could just tell. I could feel the energy. I was like, that's a spite shit.
But Broly looks at me like he pretends like he's still into me, dude. Like he's like, "Hey, Dad, what's up?" And he's on my bed sometimes, and he does where he puts his head down but looks up like this.
Well, you've been very vocal about not wanting him.
No, I have not.
He's a little upset.
You made a few
Yo,
points
hey,
that
I
you,
did,
he
actually.
slept with me and Angel last night, and it was magical.
and
He
you
was
think
amazing.
you
It
think
was
he doesn't
incredible.
hear that? Like I'm looking at him right now. He's fully conscious.
Bro.
But go on to show what he looks like. He's listening to everything, dude. Oh God.
Yeah. He's part of the pack. That guy's cool.
Oh, dude.
He's like a cat, you know.
He really
He's
is.
like a cat more than a dog.
What do people ask you the most when they see you in public? What's the number one most asked question?
How do I make my dog listen to me?
And
Walk him.
walk.
Yeah, the walk gives you so much connection, because that's a bird have to fly, a fish have to swim. So if you fly with a bird and swim with a fish, and then you become a friend. But with a dog, it's with the walk. It's all about the walk. You know what I mean? Because most people walk like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. That's not a walk. That's just a shitty walk. The dog literally just gonna pee and poop for those 15 minutes. He has not even.
So you got to
trained
go on a
anything.
real walk.
With
Like
a
an
backpack
adventure.
on, with a backpack on. Put a
Wow.
backpack on a dog, especially if your dog is purebred. Make sure that backpack it becomes his job. It's like a Boy Scout.
Put a
you know what I
backpack
mean?
on the dog?
Yeah, backpack for dogs.
Oh, snap.
Give them a job. You can literally give them a job. They can do that walk
Carry
with something
things?
on. That's right, because they're gonna feel like they have a purpose.
Interesting. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's dope.
What about a run? Is it okay to take them on a
bike? Yeah, of course. I rollerblade, I bike. Depends on the level of energy of a dog.
Yeah.
So low, medium, high. So if you have a high level energy dog, that has nothing to do with the breed. Every breed, like every race, we're gonna have like high level energy Mexicans, medium level energy Mexicans, low level energy Mexicans. Caucasian guys are gonna have high level energy Caucasian guys, and all of that stuff. So it depends on the energy of a dog. That's the activity you have to do.
Yeah, Broly loves to sleep.
He's
a low level energy.
Yeah.
It's unusual for his cultural background.
I think he burns. I think he smokes weed.
CBD. Yeah,
Hey, have you ever-
buy my CBD, all right?
Oh, you have
CBD?
pet CBD,
Eventually,
right?
yes.
Oh,
It's coming out. It's coming out.
Have you
we
ever
go.
gotten a dog high?
No.
Shouldn't
You
do that.
can,
High on
right?
life. Yeah.
High on life, but you can.
I have
think
to
you can.
detox dogs a lot because a lot of the
They
dogs
get
that
too
I work
high?
with, they
Like
come from
Wiz
like
Khalifa and shit.
no, a lot
his
of dogs
dog.
that I work with, they have anxiety, the separation anxiety. They come full of Xanax, full of Prozac.
The dogs.
Prozac, that's
the
right.
dogs will have taken Prozac.
So I have to detox them
How-
before I. Yeah, that's right,
does
bro.
it-
So it's the same thing as you're saying about the weed. Animals don't get high, and maybe the dolphins do get high.
No, I heard you can blow in dogs' ears and they get high.
But what's the point of getting them high?
No, we're not saying he does it. He's just saying it's a rumor he's heard.
Oh no, I never heard it.
Yeah, that sounds.
Maybe I
stupid
don't
as
hang
hell.
around a lot of guys.
Yeah, a lot of people that get their dogs high.
Yeah, I like to get them high in life.
This isn't like a foreign question. I'm sure
Yeah.
people who smoke weed have probably
Oh, a
tried
lot.
to get their dog high.
A lot of
get
people.
A dog high.
You get a high
That's very
dog.
that's very common.
Dogs do get high, but they experience the effects differently and more intensely than a human. In other words, a dog on weed is no laughing matter and actually is in a high state of distress.
Aw. All right, so don't
Don't
get
get
your
your
dogs
dogs
high.
high, guys.
Yeah,
Come
it's
on.
like
that.
chocolate.
Smoke
Don't
that
give
for yourself,
chocolate.
bro.
Don't give alcohol. Don't give sugar.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the same system we have. You
Yeah.
know what I mean, the same
So-
liver we have, the same pancreas we have, the lungs we have.
I see.
What are you finding that CBD is doing for dogs or can do?
Well, there used to be a thing. It's called what is it called? Some type of remedy. They sell them in Gelson's. It's I forgot the name.
For
of it.
dogs?
Yeah, it's for dogs. You put them under the tongue, and so it's been happening for a long time, where people use certain thing to relax the dog. But the best thing you can use for relaxing the dog is a long walk. Now, for 4th of July, I understand you have to do increase a little bit of the relaxation, especially for dogs who are very sensitive to sound and sight. But make sure a long walk first, and then CBD.
Oh, once those fireworks start going off and shit.
Yeah, but tire first. Tire the body so they can
Yeah.
absorb whatever you put into it.
Oh, that's cool.
I got a question for people watching might have. If you're walking your dog, now dogs on leash
Yes.
behave very differently than dogs off leash.
They should
correct?
behave even better on the leash.
Okay. But I just mean like their instinct. Like, don't dogs feel a certain way when they're on a leash? Like they have to be more.
That has nothing to do with the dog. That has to
Okay.
do with the handler. Horse people, when they walk a horse, the horse is in the back and the horse is not pulling.
So they have the horses in the back. That's what you're saying. Yeah.
So the leash means calmness, follow me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But dog people, when they put a leash on a dog, is go, you want to go for a walk? You know what I mean? And so
Yes.
okay, sit. So the dog, okay, leave it, stay. And when as soon as they open the door, so the human excites the brain.
It sounds like
before
it sounds like one of the biggest issues that you have with handling, because I noticed it from the way I handle Broly, and that getting your dog excited is, are we as people just a little bit too excited with our fucking dogs? Like, should we be?
We're impatient.
But
Yeah.
with dogs, not with horses, because if you go see horses, you behave calmer. Why?
Oh, they are giant.
No,
And
it
then-
doesn't
matter.
Well,
No,
I
they're
just-
terrifying.
Yeah,
Huh?
I just-
A horse can fuck you
And
up.
like
So a dog.
you remember Miss?
You get bitten by a dog more often than kicked by a horse.
I'm a big guy, dude.
You remember Miss?
All right. Well, I'm talking about the rest of the world.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? The rest of the world have to learn to stay calm in front of, especially for kids. Kids have to learn to be calm and respectful in front of dogs. But parents that teach kids, ask if you can pet them. No, teach the kid to assess and evaluate how the dog feels.
Think about the dog, how the dog feels. What's the right way? I was taught to pet under the snout. What's the right way to pet a dog when you are a kid that's granted access to pet that dog?
You don't pet the dog until the dog tells you he trusts you.
So the
you have to
dog's-
learn to read trust.
So if the dog says, "I told you," then how do you pet the dog?
So look, a lot of dogs, they see you coming and they do this. So they're quiet and then they close their mouth. But they say, oh, he was quiet. No, he's telling you, you get close, you get bitten. See what I mean? Yeah. So it doesn't matter if you touch high or under. The dog is already telling you when you're in a social space that he's going to bite you. the closer you get. He said, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So most people, they think because the dog is doing this.
That's, yeah.
And then the dog changes because the closer you get, the more tense you become. You know?
Yeah.
The dog's shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, are they that trouble?
See, so it doesn't matter if I teach you touch the top, touch the bottom. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You have sounds, right, that you make when you train?
Yeah.
That
is just to block the brain from what the brain is looking at. When you go to the libraries, you go to the libraries if you are doing a sound that you're not supposed to, something, so it immediately blocks what you're doing and you pay attention to whoever did it. So it's a very international, very global sound. This the stop you, snap you out of it, and then you pay attention. Versus no, you see that makes you tense. Yeah. So most people use the word no, but it doesn't have the same effect as.
I go like this. I go, hey, hey.
That's far away. If you're far away, that's
Because Ginger's always barking at people. So I go, hey.
What do I?
And she goes,
And then he goes, shut the up.
That's what I do too. Ginger, shut the fuck up.
yeah,
And she's
man.
just like this. She's so
Well, because
dumb,
in her
dude.
mind, she's protecting the house, and it's
she's alerting you.
yeah.
She's not mature enough to follow through.
Okay.
So right now she's doing like the whole alerting. You know what I mean? She's doing like
Yeah, it's for
Karate
good
Kid,
intentions.
Step one.
Yeah, it's
The
fun.
intentions are good.
Yeah.
To protect us.
yeah.
She's kind of like Kong, like she, in a way that she protects us from the things we need the least protection from. Like she'll let these giant men come in and she's just like, and then like the small little pool girl's daughter comes in. She's like 4. She's like, like walking around the yard, and Ginger's like, like is she have some sort of problem?
But giant men move slower,
Yeah.
easier to acknowledge or to assess. Little things move faster.
Yeah.
You know, insecure dogs are gonna get definitely a little bit more weary about faster little things.
Sometimes she barks at me. Like, even though I've known her since the day she got here.
Is that I want to ask you, is that a sign that something is off with Mike energy?
He moves really fast.
Is Mike, well, is he going to stab me in the back one day potentially? And Ginger's warning me about that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
I won't trust his energy. For a long time.
I feel like bro is trying to give you the same warning signs right now.
There's a scene in the Ted Bundy movie that Zac Efron did. I don't know if you guys saw that, but they were going to adopt a dog, and there's a scene where Ted Bundy went down and he stared this dog in the eyes, and the dog looked at him and just started barking like crazy. And it's sort of a hard scene to discern what's happening, but I think what the message was that, you know, dogs, they read energy,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
can
for
tell,
sure.
and like the dog could see the evil inside this human being who appeared to be some nice, unassuming guy. Okay, so
You know what will be nice for next president, whoever's going to be the next president of America, to walk a pack of dogs. That will tell you a lot about his instincts.
you know who I feel like would do that well? Beta O'Rourke. Beta O'Rourke.
That fucking dude.
Beta
Most
O'Rourke.
animated person in the world.
Who's that?
Good old, you don't know who Beta
Why don't you
O'Rourke
pull up
is?
the clip?
Good old Beta O'Rourke.
Oh, what does he do? He said,
No, pull up the clip.
This
from
dude.
Pull up the clip from SNL.
Well, all right. So Jimmy Fallon did a thing on
Can you
SNL.
play it or no?
I can, but it's kind of only funny if you've seen the original. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, Beta O'Rourke, man, this guy could be walking dogs all day and all night.
Did you watch the?
how come?
It kind of looks like.
Is he a dog walker or something?
Beta, are we gonna do this?
He's a
we going on the
I
Beta
think we have
O'Rourke?
to. We have to. No,
I just
seems like it.
No, but should we play that?
Oh,
sound?
presidential candidate.
Beta O'Rourke promotional video, right? I think he's running.
Hey, he's been on the debate,
Yeah.
dude.
Our live ad, 30 seconds, little 30-second spot.
I don't know if this is it though.
Wait,
You may have seen some of these negative attack ads seeking to scare you about what we're trying to do for this state and our country at this critical moment. Now, we can be defined by our fears, or we can be known by our ambitions. I'm confident that when we see each other not as Democrats or Republicans,
As a pack. They always say the same thing.
It's on. Oh,
We
there
are
it
a
is
pack.
right
We
there.
are a pack.
this is the funny one.
And now a message from
Beto
Beto
for
O'Rourke.
America.
Hi, I'm Beto O'Rourke, and I'm excited. That's it. I'm just excited. Oh, yeah, I'm also running for president of the United States. I love the United States, and I love running. In fact, I literally just ran 8 miles to get here. Folks often say to me, we don't know much about you, Beto. We know you ran against Ted Cruz in Texas. We know you're hot. And then usually the hot thing comes up again. So who's the real...
How would dogs respond to that kind of?
He's excited.
Yeah,
He's excited.
so he might not be able to lead a pack.
Huh? Well, we have to make sure that he doesn't get the front of the pack dogs. You know what I mean? Because there's 3 positions in a pack: front of the pack, middle of the pack, back of the pack. So his energy will be good for middle of the pack. Like he's fine with him, but with the guys that I work with, like the red zone guys, no.
So you need like a strong kind of driven.
How do you think Donald Trump walks dogs?
He doesn't have like a connection to nature. You know what I mean? So they're gonna sense that.
Does he even have a dog?
What gave that off? Was it the fact that he's like building more coal plants, or
Or that he doesn't
That would be one. That would be one.
that he doesn't think that global warming exists at all?
right? I don't know what would give that away.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
By the way, this might be one of my favorite videos on the internet. This performance is absolutely incredible. That's why I really, like, for selfish reasons, wanted to play it. I just wanted to watch it.
It's definitely you're not gonna even be able to play it, are you? Are they gonna cut what you just played?
No, because I think the fair use laws allow us to commentate
about it,
on a piece of content.
Have you ever been bitten yourself?
Yes.
What
How bad?
happened?
Well, obviously, not all my fingers are here.
That's good.
Yeah. So
Fingers are
but
good.
not severe. It was just timing, and it was like really fast. Almost
why'd
like
you
a
get-
rattlesnake.
Why'd you
kinda
get
thing.
bit though?
My timing was off.
And when you like, what were you trying to do that required timing?
Well, I'm in front of a dog. So most of the time, the dogs that are aggressive, they don't behave aggressive when they are with me by myself. Is when the owner comes around. The flashlight goes off. You know what I mean? Because if you take the owner away, and then the memory of what they do with the owner goes away. Or if you remove the dog from the house, the memory of that relationship in the house goes away.
So do you like to train dogs out of the house and away from them?
Sometimes if the dog is red zone, yes, he needs a vacation from the human. The human is too afraid, too frustrated, too tense, too stressed out. So you have to give him vacation to both of them, just so they can reset, and then the human have to do exercise.
Was it bad?
The dog does it.
Was it bad when you got bit? Were you bleeding?
Yeah, I was bleeding, but not like holes or anything like that. It was right here.
Oh, so that's
Yeah,
not
no,
bad.
it's not bad. It's
just
not bad.
just once.
That was the biggest one.
What do you do if you get bit by a dog? Because like me being like this alpha like boxer type,
Yeah,
I'd probably like try to fight the dog.
good.
Good?
Yeah, but don't scream.
Okay.
Stay there. You know, he's gonna throw. So what they do is they throw a punch, right?
Yep.
And just stay there. And then if that doesn't work, they're gonna release, and they're gonna try to see another area. Yeah, but most people do this. So as soon as you do that, that's when they hold down to it. You understand?
What about when that thing? I do this a lot when my dogs are getting out of control.
You just have to like relax for a second.
Yeah, you relax because they're throwing you a punch, and if that punch doesn't create the weakness that they're looking for, and then they psychologically they go, shoot, that's all I have.
Yeah.
That happened with Kong often.
Yeah.
He would just bite, like maybe just a little bite on the finger, and I wouldn't do anything because it's just a little like Chihuahua
Yeah.
type dog.
I was actually okay with you grabbing
That's
my bicep,
Pomeranian,
just by the way, because I've been working.
How does bicep feel, by the way? Was it-
They're
it's
swollen.
good,
They're
right?
swollen. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Spencer
Yeah.
benched the same amount he benched in college today. So
Things are changing.
This dog,
That's right, it's maturing.
this dog right here,
Yeah.
she almost took my fucking finger off.
no way.
Yeah, she ripped
they're
it.
terriers.
She shredded it, dude.
terriers,
It's
yeah.
actually, you can see a pretty decent
Why do you think they're
scar.
called
I had to go to the,
terriers?
that's a good one. I had to go to the hospital and get stitched up. It's
Yeah.
pretty exciting. Yeah, she was fighting with her brother. So when two dogs fight, here's another fun thing.
Yeah.
What do you do? Because I was trying to break that up. I heard you grab them by the back legs. Because then there's like, they make
Then
this
they're
sound.
gonna rip.
See,
Then they're gonna rip each other.
like they rip the head, one of their heads comes
the
off.
skin. The skin.
Oh,
No.
Don't pull a dog
legs.
back because that creates more of the motion of moving forward. You know, so if you ever
Yeah.
seen like people fighting, they pull the dog back.
what about water? Like a fire hose.
Well, anything you use, just don't panic. You know, really understand how to be like a paramedic. You know, more like most people scream. So all that sound is going to increase the fight. So what I do is I just put a leash on the neck, pull up, and that's make them spit it out.
You spit the other dog out.
Yeah, whoever is in a fight, there's always one is going to be on top.
Yeah.
So that's the one you remove first. Of course, the one who is under is going to try to come back, but that one you just have.
Breaking up dog fights is the worst. I used to have to do it all the time. I had fights between like pit bulls and German shepherds. Like I mean massive like hounds, like werewolves going at each other's necks. Like big fuckers, dude.
But the best thing is to prevent. You have to, it's best if you learn prevention so you don't have to do intervention.
And I got good at that because what I would notice is like you can usually identify who the potential risks are, and as they start to get closer in a pack of dogs and they start to do this circling, I go and I insert myself in the middle of them.
That's right.
Yeah.
But then I also started to find another thing that worked well. One was a large stick just to have, and if something happens, whatever.
Visually.
Yep. Another thing was those fucking air bottles, dude. Psh, the same noise you make, but you push a thing and it goes, and it blows on them a little, and they go, and they bounce, dude.
That's right. So, but what happens with those is as you make the brain nervous because you stop the brain from doing they just walk away. So they go from fight to flight. So what you have to do is make sure that when he moves away, that you stay there until he relaxes.
Okay. Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So the brain have to finish in a relaxed state, not in a flight state.
Right.
Because that guy's going to come back and do it again.
And probably be more pissed off because he wanted to
Yeah, because it's going to become faster, you know what I mean? More sleeker. You know, he's going to wait until you turn around. Bam!
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that used to happen a lot.
Yeah.
That used to happen a lot. Like I would turn my back, I'd be like, oh, this fight's over. And that's when I would just hear it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Horrifying.
We actually have a more severe dog problem outside of the house, and I'm just going to address it. We got coyotes in the neighborhood.
Oh,
Shit.
yeah.
Is there any way we can tame the coyote so we could kill them?
I'm pro nature, so no.
We just lost a dog to a coyote.
No, I get it.
Is there anything we can do to keep those suckers at bay?
So listen, the right thing, what I suggest, and I have a mountain, I have 43 acres. So my pack goes and patrols and pees outside the 43 acres. So that way the coyotes know that it's 10, 13, 14, 15 dogs on the property. That's how you keep them away from your home. You understand? You patrol outside and everybody.
So we got to go pee around the neighborhood?
You can.
Me, Spencer, and Mike.
Listen, I know people that buy lion pee at the zoo so they can put it around their property.
I've done it with deer pee for weed plants because deer don't, what would come? Use deer pee and then other animals that eat your plants won't go near your plants. So it's a similar thing because certain animals are scared of certain peas.
But they smell the urine, right? And they know how many they live there based on that smell. Mm-hmm. So then if they're outnumbered, they don't go. It's just common sense.
Would asparagus work? Like if we just kind of ate some asparagus, if we didn't have the money for lion piss,
that'll do something to your urine.
Any kind of
that'll
pee.
make it real yellow.
But they know the difference between human pee and the dog pee and pig pee, and they know.
So listen, Cesar, you know a lot about pee and a lot about dogs.
Pee is an instinct.
We do a segment on this show. We do a couple segments.
Okay.
And I want to do one right now and get your opinion on who God knows what. And Spencer, it's Spencer's segment. It's called Facts. I want to do a segment right now.
Wow.
Facts.
Did you see how fast I had that set up this time?
That was really good.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest with you. It wasn't me who set it up. Logan unlocked it, and it was sitting right in front of me. I couldn't fuck it up, dude.
That's phenomenal.
Let's do a segment.
So the pet industry, I wanted to talk about this. The pet industry is estimated to do $75.38 billion in 2019.
What?
Right.
Yeah, that's up from 69.51 in 2017. So it is booming.
Thanks to the
right now.
millennials.
What? It's a big bag.
Yeah, so
because everybody's a pet parent now.
Yeah, so there was I think 62% of young people have dogs versus 30% of older
variety.
generations. Yeah.
Damn, 75 billion?
Yeah.
So what are the action items we can take to get rich?
Yeah, I need some of that bag.
Leashes.
We could sell leashes?
Oh my God, yeah.
Could we sell leashes?
Balls, beds.
Could we sell leashes for humans? You ever see those parents walking their kids around on leashes?
More often.
What do you think of that? Are you into that?
No rules, man, limitations as well.
Well, I mean, it's just fun. I see these kids on leashes all the time. It doesn't look normal to me.
It doesn't feel like evolution ever arrived. When you put a human on a leash.
Why's your kid on a leash?
I'm curious because Logan is probably one of the few influencers who has his pets are famous.
Yeah.
Absolutely famous.
Yeah.
Famous as fuck.
I really strongly believe his pets could make far more money than this podcast.
Well, absolutely.
Do you think he should be monetizing his pets
People do.
on Instagram?
People do. Absolutely.
There's a collective between Ginger, Broly, formerly Kong the Savage's account,
Maverick.
and Pearl of probably 5 million followers between all of them.
That's crazy.
But animals represents empathy and compassion, you know? And so every human in the world wants to have a connection with someone that represents empathy and compassion.
Yeah. Plus, they're just good looking animals.
It's true. On top of that, on top of that.
All right, what else you got?
It's true. Yeah, so the Challenger Games are coming up, right?
Challenger Games coming
You're
up.
the fastest YouTuber.
That's a fact.
I wanted to know if you guys knew the fastest dog.
Whoa! There's a fast dog?
There is a fast dog.
It's the fastest.
Should
I
we
don't
take
know.
guesses?
Yeah, let's see some guesses.
What's the distance?
Yeah.
Top speed.
Top speed?
Yeah.
It's a what's that really fast dog?
I guess I would guess
Greyhound.
I guess I
Greyhound.
would guess Greyhound, but it's probably wrong.
But that's for a short period of time. So that his question was good for a long time.
It is a greyhound.
Wow.
What about for a long time? Would that be a husky?
Fast.
That's incredible.
Husky?
We got the fast.
Yeah, that's
one.
what, when people get huskies, they have to understand that their job is to go from here to Canada.
Just travel,
That's-
just run.
that's his walk.
Be excited.
Yeah. Like, what
I
are you
see.
doing? I'm just going to go to Canada, come back, and call it a day.
Incredible.
So the Greyhound has the world's fastest top speed.
45 miles per hour.
Lord.
No.
45.
That's
Faster
faster
than
than
an
a
emu.
cheetah.
No.
27, I think.
Oh
is a
my
cheetah.
God.
Cheetahs is faster.
Yeah, well,
Cheetah's
that's
gotta
what
be
I said. But maybe that cheetah was a cheater. Oh, fucking
The cheetah. The worst. Wow.
Yep.
That is quick.
Yeah. I got to give the cat some love. I
Yeah,
thought this
do
one
it.
was interesting because it seems like Broly is a cat. Cats
He behaves like it.
I hate this fact already. I'll
Cats
be
spend
honest.
approximately 30% of their waking hours grooming themselves.
Yeah.
Shut up.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
They're just licking themselves all the
Yeah,
time.
they do. They're not
All
going
the time.
anywhere. They're not going anywhere, but I have to get ready.
Yeah.
Sounds like most of the
I don't know.
Insta models that I know.
Yeah.
I got
Kind of. Yeah, they relate to that.
I got no thoughts on that one. I just hate. I can't stand cats.
Why?
I just don't. They do nothing for me. They're kind of like little bricks. Like, oh, I got a pet brick.
But
Oh, that's
nobody has
cool.
put the time on the cat yet. But I've seen a lot of people walking with the cat. The cat walk with a pack of dogs.
I saw a cat in a backpack
riding
the other
on a
day.
horse. Yeah.
Yeah, a cat riding a horse. You said.
Riding on a horse.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
man.
So they're including the cat now, and the cat is like feel like finally included to the
I feel like at some point that cat that was riding a horse or getting walked, that cat will turn on the owner. I mean, that cat wants to make believe they like riding horses, but at the end of the day, they're gonna ride that horse. They're gonna go home. They're gonna shit on your pillows, and they're gonna fucking cheat with your spouse.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Honestly, cats are. I
he's
don't
an
trust
alien.
them.
I've
I
always said
don't
this.
trust them, dude.
Cats, they knew if they were bigger, they would kill you. They just
100%.
can't. Then
But
they
they
look
wouldn't-
at you
That's
like
called a tiger. That's called a
Yes,
tiger.
but they
That's
wouldn't
right.
kill you in a normal killing way. They'd kill you in your sleep. They're just such
Yeah.
sneaky
But that
little
partiness,
fuckers.
yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
This is my final fact over here. I've always been fascinated when you take a dog in a car and it's smelling out the window and it's just having so much fun.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm wondering, how is that dog having so much fun?
Yep.
A dog's sense of smell is 1,000 times greater than a human
Oh
being.
yeah.
That's pretty
That's why
incredible.
you have to
How do you
encourage
even
the nose.
begin to fathom that?
Hey, smell something right now.
Yeah.
1,000 times how good that just smelled.
Smell.
That's wild.
Caesar, smell that mic.
Right?
The tip.
No,
Not
please
that
don't. Please don't. Please don't.
No, thank you.
Please don't.
I'm kind of keeping my hand right here.
Yeah,
I'm a germaphobe. So.
let's go.
Ain't about germs, Caesar. I'll tell you that.
Oh shit.
It's a very infamous microphone.
Oh shit.
Let's just say it's been cleaned.
Wait, why would dogs stick their face out the window and go in the wind? But then when you blow on their face, they're mad at you and they hate it. You go to a dog and go,
But that's a difference between the dog volunteering that versus not volunteering.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a difference when you just come into people's faces versus you go to people's
Yeah, because some dogs, oddly enough, actually like it. I think when I blow in Rhea's face, sometimes she goes, and she like tries to lick you while you're doing it.
bro. She's trying to lick you to get you to stop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Evan will do it and she doesn't like it when he does it either.
Oh, really?
Hey, make sure about, whoever lets the dog, peep out the window and don't forget the rocks. So just put some goggles and for dogs, and that was keep the eye safe.
Cesar, I hate to do this. But I gotta ask: Is there a $1 million lawsuit going on between you and the producers of the show?
Oh, it's been going on for a long time. Yeah. It's
what
almost
is
like
this
welcome
about?
to LA.
But what happened?
It's true.
What happens is, you don't in the beginning for young generations. Oh, no.
Nice.
There you go.
There is a rule boundary and a limitation.
neck. Yeah, we can't talk about it.
I'll be honest with you. It won't be long before I'm suing him. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me 6 months, dude. I'm suing his ass.
I
There's
could be
rules,
wrong,
under
but I
limitations.
think we're covered on most bases because
Yeah.
you signed the NDA.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
right.
You
That
signed
is true.
the waiver,
That's
the
right.
employee contract.
Yeah, you signed you didn't read. I actually read the contract. It said you will be immediately suplexed if you try to sue Logan Paul.
Immediately.
By
Remember,
Logan
hey,
Paul.
you remember the roommate agreement?
Yes.
You know where you live, right?
I don't even have a roommate agreement. I have a non-binding licensee agreement to utilize a portion of the property. It's not a fucking roommate agreement. One, and two, I know not to sue him because no one knows how good his lawyers are, like better than me, dude.
I did see your bracelets. You have
Yeah.
the Buddha.
Yeah.
You have the chakras.
Yes.
So how
I do believe in energy.
What
you know?
what got you on the spiritual path?
Well, I'm a man of formula, rituals, and symbols. So this is a symbol. I have a formula that I follow every day and rituals that I do every day, and that's how I stay focused and structure. You know what I mean? So I like to have things that remind me calm, confident, love, and joy. So this is more like the spiritual part of it, like the joy and the love part of it. So I want to be able to attract that and give it back because that's what animals represent for me. You know what I mean? So I just keep it simple.
I love that.
Big facts. Hey, we should do audio only.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think we should do that.
I'm down.
Cesar, it's like this, but it's audio only, so no visual.
Yeah, it's pretty complex.
Hey, where can they find you on social media?
Cesar's Way, Instagram, Cesar's Way, and Cesar Millan, YouTube.
You just started posting on YouTube again, correct?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
That's awesome, man.
So that video with Holly did a lot of viewers.
Very
So
cool.
more
Very
than
cool.
millions by now.
Hey, thank you for coming on, man.
Guys,
For real. That was awesome.
Congratulations
Yeah,
on
thank you.
your accomplishments.
Thank you. Appreciate you, bro. Hey, thank you guys for listening to Impulsive. It's the #1 podcast in the world. Hit that subscribe button. Sign up for the Challenger Games. Get your tickets. Link in bio. Audio only right now on Spotify and iTunes with Cesar Millan. Take it easy. Peace.
Walk your dog, guys.
Walk your dog.
Walk your
I walk my
goddamn
dog for a living.
Really? I feel like I just have a time limit. Like,
yeah, I think I've walked Broly more than you have. Maybe.